Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome back. Say, I have a question for you today. Do you like to sing? Have you ever been in a voice contest? Well, people like voice contests, of course, but did you know that the wildlife kingdom, they enjoy voice contests too? Today I'm going to share with you a story I wrote called the Batty Trio. I wrote this story with my friend, Lana Pritzker. And this is the story about three friends that are going to enter into a contest, a voice contest, in a really cool place and have some really great adventures. So I would hope that you would help me with some of the characters in the story, these three friends. Now, Bat is one of them, and I'm going to do this when I'm Bat. And maybe you can join me and be Bat too? Awesome. The other one is Blackbird, and I will do this when I'm Blackbird. And beautiful job. And when I play Toad, I'm going to do this. Rat, 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 rat. And let's have some fun with those three characters, shall we? And if there's some sound effects in the story you want to share too, you go right ahead. Have a good time with our story, the Batty Trio. It goes like this. A long time ago, in the outback of Central Australia, they had a voice contest in the wildlife kingdom each and every year. Now, all of the animals, the mammals, the reptiles, the amphibians, and the birds would practice for this annual voice contest. Everybody wanted to be the winner because the winner had the honor to perform for everyone for the entire year. Now, the Pantubis were a native tribe there in the outback, and they were the judges for the contest. And they would always make a circle in this one specific place, put rocks around the circle, and allow all of the contestants to go inside and do whatever they wanted to do. Sing a song, laugh, peep, hoot, howl, whatever, to show off their wonderful voices. Now, this particular year, the Pantubis decided that the animals were going to go first. And so, Kangaroo came hopping by with little Joey in her pouch. And then came Wallaby and Koala. Camel came and Dingo. And then followed by Water Buffalo and Hee-haw, Donkey. And a possum and so many others. The last one to arrive in the mammal kingdom was Bat. And when Bat woke up that morning, he was not happy. Achoo! Oh no! Today's the day of the contest and I wake up with a cold. But anyway, they all made their way to the circle and they all had a chance to perform. Now, the Pantubis would rate everybody either a 1, a 2, or a 3. You wanted to get 3 marks in the sand because that meant that you were going to go on to the next level, and from that second level, they were going to pick a winner. Now, to most of these animals and mammals, they were given a 2 marks in the sand, and they were told to improve and come back next year. To many of them, they got a 3, not that many, but some, they got a 3, and they moved on to the next level. It was just Bat that got only 1. Thanks a lot. I wake up in the morning, I sleep all day anyway, but I have to wake up for this dumb contest. Then I wake up and I only get a 1. He was miserable. He flew away. Now, the next group that were going to have their audition, these were the amphibians and the reptiles. And oh my goodness, Crocodile, he pushed his way to the front. I'm Crocodile, being really cool and everything. Thorny Devil and Monitor Lizard and Carpet Snake slithered in, and Scorpion and Tortoise. And the last one to come in was Toad. I don't even know why I'm going to the contest. Nobody appreciates my voice. Now, they all had a chance to go into the circle, and they all shared their voices. To many of them, they were given a 2. Only to a few, they were given a 3. And only to Toad. He was only given a 1 mark in the sand.
See, I told you so. Everyone thinks I croak. There.
Now, the third group to audition, these were the birds. Oh, and as you can imagine, oh, how many beautiful birds they have in the outback. Peepers and trillers and thrillers and hooters and howlers and you name it. Now, the kiwi and the rainbow lorikeet and the cuckoo and the cockatoo, they all came. And kookaburra that likes to laugh in the tree, she had a great time there. Many other birds came as well. It was just Blackbird that came at the end. And Blackbird, she loved singing in the contest. But you see, Blackbird had a very high, shrill voice. She didn't mind. She just liked to be a part of it. Now, to many of the birds, they were given 3 marks, and they were very excited. Some of them were given 2s. Blackbird happened to be the only one that was given a 1, but again, she didn't care. She just had a good time, and she flew away happy as could be. Now, as Blackbird was flying back to her nest, she heard something below her, a little bit below her, flying, and it made a sound. Achoo! Oh, bless you, she said. I wish someone would. What was that?
I said I wish someone would. Achoo.
She looked down and she saw it was Bat. Oh, Bat, sounds like you're having a bad day. Hey, why don't you come up here on this branch with me and we can have a little chat? So Bat flew up and sat next to Blackbird. Actually, Bat was hanging down, upside down. That's what bats like to do. And they had a little chat. And Bat told her about his experience.
Yeah, I got up super early to go to the contest and then they only give me a 1. Well, I should never have gone in the first place.
Now, as they were talking, they heard the sound, a strange sound coming from the ground below them.
Wah, 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 blah, blah, blah.
And Blackbird looked down and said, "Oh, hi, Toad. Hey, Toad, how you doing?"
Oh, terrible. Blah.
Uh-oh. Blackbird looked over at Bat. Sounds like we need to go down there and talk to our friend Toad. And so they flew down to the ground and they had this conversation. So, what's the matter, Toad? How come you're so sad?
I went to the dumb contest, the voice contest, and I was given a 1. That thing is rigged. Oh, I know what you mean. I got a 1 too. I don't like that dumb contest any more than you do.
Hey, guys. Listen. I want to tell you something. I got a 1 just like you guys did. But you don't hear me complaining. As a matter of fact, I just had fun at the contest. In fact, it doesn't really do us any good to complain about it. I know I have a good voice. I know you do too, Bat, and you do too, Toad. Instead of complaining about it, why don't we put our 3 heads together and prove that we have good voices?
What? That'd be great, but how are we going to do that?
Croaked Toad. Well, what if I told you that I know of a special place? It's deep, far and deep down in the forest. In that special place, there's a crystal cavern. And inside the crystal cavern, there's a mineral spring. And people say that whoever drinks the water in that mineral spring, they can improve things about themselves. I know where it is, and I can take us there. What do you think?
Oh, well, I think it's a kind of a, excuse me, a good idea. But you say you know how to get there? Okay, why don't we go right now? What do you say, Toad? I say let's go.
Oh, okay, all right, well, wait a minute. I'm a little worried about you, Bat. You know, the full moon's going to be out in 2 nights, and that would mean that we would have to travel for the next 2 days, day and night, without stopping. Are you sure you're up for it? Oh, no. Sorry. You mean I have to travel during the day? I'm supposed to sleep during the day. Then I got this cold. I don't know. Why don't you two go without me?
No way! Look, Bat, I could carry you on my back during the day and you can sleep. Then you can fly at night. How about that?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. Why, Toad, how generous of you. As a matter of fact, we're going to need Bat's help once we get to the cave because Bat's going to have to go in and navigate for us. I think that's a wonderful idea. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something. I would be able to call the directions out to you, but I don't have that loud of a voice. I just need something to amplify my voice so that you can hear me from down below. Oh, I could help you with that. We bats do it all the time. You know, all you got to do, Blackbird, is just fly up to one of these trees and get yourself one of those big leaves. Bring it down, and then I'm going to help you fold it up into kind of like a tube. It's going to be your megaphone. Go for it. And so Blackbird flew up to the tree, came back down with the leaf, and they folded it over into a megaphone. When Blackbird put her beak inside of this folded leaf, she said, "I am Blackbird! Oh, I am Blackbird! I am Blackbird!" And her voice echoed throughout the forest. Oh, the three friends were excited now. They started their journey. They walked for 2 solid days and 2 solid nights, but they didn't care. They stopped only to drink a little bit of water, get a little food, and rest for a short period of time. In no time, they were at the cave, and Blackbird said, "Okay, Bat, we need you to fly in the cave now and go find that crystal cave. And then let us know when you come back how to get there." And so Bat flew into the cave. He navigated his way into the deep, dark caverns. He came to the crystal lake. He stopped. He put his face in the water and started drinking the sweet, cold water. When suddenly, Bat thought he saw a reflection in the water. He looked up, and on the ceiling, he saw these little circular chains. They looked like glowworms. And as they were glowing, one started making the other one glow, and the other one glow, and the other one glow, until the entire cave was filled with twinkling lights. "Oh boy, I gotta let my friends know about this." And he flew back to the entrance of the cavern. He helped his friends navigate their way inside of that mineral spring. And when they saw that twinkling night sky inside, they knew they found their very special place. Now they all bent down into the water and they began to drink of that wonderfully cool, refreshing water. It was then that Toad noticed something in the water, and he couldn't quite make it out. It looked almost like a plant of some kind. He walked over to it. What? He nudged it a little bit with his face. And then he found that it was like a plant, or maybe a didgeridoo. The outside was so hard, but when he put his finger on the inside, it was soft. In fact, he made a hole. He put his mouth on the hole and he said, "I am Toad! I am Toad! I am Toad!" His voice echoed through the cavern, and all three began to laugh. "Oh boy, you have a megaphone like I do," Blackbird said. "A megaphone that will amplify your voice too." "I want one. I want a megaphone. Where's mine? Where's mine?" And Bat went down around by the water and saw something. He wasn't quite sure what it was. He kind of pushed it out with his head, and then he found that it was a brown nautilus shell. It was open on one end, and Bat thought, "Well, I'm going to give it a try." He put his face on the opening of the nautilus shell, and he said,
I am Bat. I am Bat. I am Bat.
And his voice echoed like a giant's too. Now all three friends had their amplification, their megaphones, if you will call it, and they could be heard shouting and singing in that cavern as clear as day. All three friends all had what they needed, but now it was time. It was time to practice. Oh, we have the perfect place in this cave. A cave where nobody knows we're here. Let's start practicing with our megaphones and get better and better and better, and then we'll make our way back to the outback, and we'll prove to everyone that we too have great voices.
Oh, that's a great idea. Great idea. Now that we have the megaphones to do it, but why don't we look around this cave and see if we can find some other instruments? And then that way, when we go back home, we can share the instruments with all of those who need amplifying their voices too.
What a great idea, Toad. And so wonderful to be able to give others something as well. Hey, I think this is a terrific idea. I think we should be calling ourselves the Batty Trio. The Batty Trio is a perfect name for us. Hey, and maybe when we come back to the outback, we could offer our services as the warm-up band. The Batty Trio can help others to help their voices to be stronger and audition next year for the contest. And so the three friends had a plan. They worked so hard in that cavern, singing and sharing songs and getting their voices stronger. The days just flew by, and now it was time to return home. They carried all their instruments and made their way back just like they had come. And when they got back home in the outback, you couldn't believe it. All of these friends just started coming around. They were so happy to see the Batty Trio. And when they shared their story with everyone, everyone insisted, you need to go tell the Pantoobies. They need to hear your voice. So that's exactly what the Batty Trio did. They made their way over to the area where the Pantoobies lived, and they sang for the Pantoobies. And when the Pantoobies heard them sing, they were so impressed. Yes, 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 they said, we want you to be the warm-up band to next year's contest.
Oh, and hey, look, we also brought some wonderful instruments with us so that we can share them with others too, and they can get better and better.
Wow, said the Pantoobies. The Batty Trio. You are going to be the greatest inspiration to everyone here in the outback. And we're even going to have a special prize in your name. The best unique voice. Thank you, Batty Trio. You truly are role models. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story, The Batty Trio. And if you liked our book, The Batty Trio, you can find that book on Amazon.com. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.